What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Our damn self.
so 353.
353.
Not King Drive. We ain't doing that again. We did the pace bus thing last week. We ain't
Oh,
doing
Lord.
it.
Forgot about the pace bus.
We said
Oh,
Halstead
Lord.
with 352. Like, yeah, 353 is the
Austin.
King Drive.
But we're here on this now leap, not leap, but this
Oh
spring
yeah,
forward
yeah,
daylight saving.
yeah. So we would leap. We gained a day with leap, which was like last week. Yeah,
Yeah, last, but that's
the
what.
hour because daylight saving times began today or yesterday or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, when you hear this, like we're recording,
it began like Saturday night, Sunday morning at 2 a.m. It
at
became
2 a.m.
2 a.m. becomes 3 a.m. That's how it
What's
works.
the weirdest thing about why the stuff always happens at 2 a.m.? Like, why did they just arbitrarily pick 2 a.m. as the
Why not?
time?
Yeah, it's yeah,
Like, this kind of like,
yeah. I guess to give like people that they want to give like the little because I get what I know why they didn't do midnight. Cause then, like when you go back, it was like you going back in time. Like the day, like you would be like the new day, but then you go back to the old day. So that's
oh,
why
you go
they
back to
give
the,
you a little.
oh,
Let's make it a couple hours in, so we ain't got to repeat the same
we have
day.
to repeat the same day. Okay, Groundhog,
Like
I get it.
yeah,
I get
worry
it now.
about that right now. Yeah, because midnight will make the most sense. But yeah, if going forward, midnight makes sense because midnight becomes 1 a.m. But then
Damn,
midnight
but
become 11 p.m. again. So like yeah, so you're repeating that day again is which is like what which is weird with international travel. Like when you cross the international date line, it's like
mm-hmm.
time traveling. Yeah, it's like when you board your flight, but you land before you departed, basically. Like it's like because you cross the date line, so you go back to the previous day. Like so it's kind of like you're a time traveler if you've ever internationally traveled across the
Wait,
international.
Scott.
Like your plane is a flying DeLorean now, basically.
Do I need to get some of those glasses, the dark brown, get some of those.
Like, yeah, our plane departed at 3 p.m. January 29th, 3 p.m. How do we land January 29th at 12 noon? Yeah, because you went back in time. It's like
Yeah,
because like yeah,
weird.
yeah, it's because they have to start it somewhere. That's where the whole international day because the time zones are like each now about to get nerdy with this shit. It's like which we do sometimes on this pod. We both I'm an admitted nerd. We both kind of nerdy. I can admit that. So yeah,
Very
so
much so.
we'll get it right now. With the international, with the time zones are divided into like evenly into the meridians, which is like your line, the longitude lines, like on the
Mhm.
globe. Look at a globe. It's
Right.
like each time zone. So the United States has four. Like yeah, you traveling across the states, you cross four meridians, which is yeah, Eastern, Central, Mountain, and
Eastern Coast
Pacific.
Mountain and
Four.
Pacific, yeah.
Cross like you cross four of those lines, yeah. But like the whole world is divided by those lines, and like at some point,
Mhm.
like you have to say, okay, when is Monday and when is Sunday, when is Monday? Yeah, you can't just keep
Right.
going forever. Like the time keep going up an hour forever. It's like, okay. Like we need a starting point. That's like where the international date line is, which is way out in the Pacific somewhere. So it's like it's typically doesn't affect a lot of yeah. But when you're traveling across that, yeah, that's where it happens. Like, so if you're coming from
Mhm.
and you travel like this, I think coming this way is where you lose the hour. If you're coming from Asia and you travel to America, that's where you go back in time. I want to say like if you cross that international date line, yeah. So yeah, it's divided evenly into the meridians. So each one is a
We
different
lost
time
an
zone,
hour.
1 hour apart each one. So it's 24 meridians. Each one is 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah.
And we lost an hour technically, but I don't really feel it.
I kind of got to bed at a decent time
Me
last
too. I
night.
went to bed pretty
I feel
decent
pretty refreshed there.
because I was like, I'm nope, I'm not falling for the okie doke. And
Not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Yeah.
how many people were late to work today? And people still use it. It was the daylight savings. That's not an
What about
excuse.
what about what about when you were late like last week though? Nah, nigga, you just late. That's what yes, use the clocks going up as an excuse for why you late this time, but
And then your ass don't come early in October.
you never
You
an
don't come an
hour
hour
early.
early.
Yeah, the clocks go back, you're never an hour early.
Your ass should come an hour early.
Nobody's ever an hour early.
No,
Fall. When you fall
never,
or spring in the
never.
head, you always like, yeah, oh well.
But the good
That's
thing
why,
about
yeah, yeah, they post the signs
they
everywhere.
post a sign by the time clock. Yeah, they have it. Don't forget. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
Especially
Don't
working in
forget.
radio, because radio is very time sensitive. So like
Mhm.
at the station they say remember well, 2 a.m. becomes 3 a.m. So if you're on the air, then you know what time it is. So they let you
Right.
know like it's this shit posted everywhere about the clocks going on. Cause I used to work that shift. Like that was my first shift at Power was the Saturday night, the official Saturday night party spot. Yeah. So yeah. After
Right.
party spot, yeah, official Saturday night after party spot. Yeah, it was like that Saturday night, Sunday morning shift. So on
Hmm.
this day, the show would be like an hour shorter. I went right into the 3 o'clock hour starting the show.
Right.
And then on the other, I still came in at the same time. Like the person on before me had to stay the extra hour. That's what. So
Wow.
we do that 10 p.m. shift on Saturday night. Then you get that extra hour on those days, like when the clocks go back.
Mhm.
Which I've done that shift too. Like shout out when I'll do the live broadcast from the lick with Kimmy Camp.
Mm.
I'll be there an extra hour those days, like when I did that shift.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. But
Yeah.
the good thing about it now is that when you feel spring, like, I mean, you're thinking about, okay, spring forward, okay, now spring is going to be coming soon. The weather actually has been pretty mild considering.
And this storm change has already happened. Like I'm looking out the window at trees, like they starting to bud. You seeing like a little bit
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
budding.
you're starting to see that.
I'm still looking. I haven't seen my first robin yet, and I'm still looking. Like that's when to me the
You see the
sign
robin.
is here when you start seeing the robins because the robins they go south. Like yeah, they get the hell out of here. Like when the weather breaks, when the weather starts changing, then they come back. Yeah,
Gonna come back.
I was wondering why do birds fly back? It's like just to stay like where it's nice year round. It's like I don't get it. Why do they come back north like after the winter? Like I'm have to talk to somebody that
The
was
Audubon Society.
Audubon Society.
See, I told you we were nerds. I told you.
It's like why do birds come back after the winter? Yeah. Just stay down south year round. It's like,
Pigeons ain't them pigeons and them gulls ain't go nowhere though.
oh yeah, birds don't leave, yeah.
They don't leave. Pigeons
Crows
and
don't
gulls
leave.
don't
It's
leave.
like wrens don't leave. It's like certain robins are the only ones that leave. I think robins. That's why I say the robin. You see robins, okay, like the weather is breaking. You start seeing robins back. Yeah, they
Hmm.
come back. You're looking for worms and shit. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
back. Haven't seen one yet. So
not
hopefully,
yet.
yeah, soon one
But
day.
it's a good thing. It's like what means that we're transitioning to a new season soon. And new season means new beginnings. And new
Yes,
beginnings are always good. I enjoy them.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So with the pleasantries out the way, where are we headed to?
I'll start political then.
Oh yeah.
Been there with you. Yeah.
Well, not wait, what's the wait, whatever. You know how it is like on when it does the, you know,
Mhm.
update when you show when you see it's like the voting and it shows update and it shows how the votes are going.
Let's just make up something on
Yeah.
it. That's yeah. Turn up, yeah. It's Chicago, man. Shout out Ferris.
Update because we did have Super Tuesday
Super
recently.
Tuesday
So
just passed. Illinois primary is the 19th,
that
so
night sync, yeah.
hasn't come up yet. But Super Tuesday, which a whole bunch of states like that's why they call it Super Tuesday because
Mhm.
I think you get almost half the country out of the way by then. It's like yeah, by Super Tuesday. So like a
And
lot
just
of elections are
FYI,
just a lot of the times the elections the primaries are decided by Super Tuesday
mhm.
because so many states vote. In this case, that's what happened. It was like Nikki Haley dropped out of. She was the last Republican left, like challenging.
Surprises.
Yeah. So yeah, and he was getting trounced anyway. So I said that on this podcast. I said after Super Tuesday, she's probably out of there. I said that.
She got beat in her home state.
That's when you knew it was
How?
yeah, but
How? How do
got
you get beat
washed.
in your
Yeah,
home state?
got
How?
washed and shit. Yeah.
Like if anybody's going to vote for you, your home state should vote for you. Like, come on. Like if
they
everybody else don't believe in you, your
they
hometown should believe
they
in you.
choosing Trump over you in your home state. That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. Not at all.
So yeah, she officially suspended her campaign. She hasn't endorsed Trump yet, so like the tension is still there. So yeah,
She's in her feelings, so
he hasn't endorsed him. Like all the others when they dropped out, like DeSantis, Vivek, they all like jump. Yeah, even though DeSantis didn't really like Trump either, but he's like, I'm gonna support the Republican nominee. So he
you know
supported.
one who looks like Grandpa Monster or somebody. Don't he look
Does
like
he
there's
look like
something in
Grandpa?
the
I
meme?
gotta think.
I think he's the one they put in the memes as Grandpa Monster, I think.
And Tim Scott, they were calling Washmouth and shit from Fat Albert. And he did kind of look ridiculous, like the way he was hugging on. Yeah, he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of was like, yeah, he did it when he. What's up with the like why just because you're a black conservative don't mean you gotta go around hugging Trump? Come on, it's like not.
No, let's
He was
stop
like,
it.
I
Let's
love this man, and all. He like Kanye, like when he did. he, he's-
can't
like I'd say I didn't see DeSantis doing that. I was like, how come it's only the black conservatives that do
black
that?
can black people just
I
stop
didn't gotta see Vivek doing that. The Indian dude, he didn't run around hugging him like that.
can black people please just stop letting other people use them as like pieces? Can we just stop that? This like we have real feelings, we have real thoughts. We're not the token black person that says damn shit is whack. We not that like how
I'm
you did
saying
in
you don't have to,
Night of the Two movie.
you don't have to go pandering like dude.
Yeah,
Just
let's stop pandering.
could
That's the
have
word.
endorsed him without all, like I said, DeSantis just
Let's
endorsed
stop the
all of that.
pandering.
So that's all I'm saying.
And if I see anything with like anybody trying to do a dab or trying to do a
Travis
like
Kelce, baby.
hot sauce or whatever the case, like let's stop these stupid stereotypes either. All black people don't do certain things. Like let's stop yeah, I can rap Migos song. Okay, I don't care. Like I don't care if you can rap Migos. I don't care. I know the Meek Mill that Meek Mill song. Like no, I don't care
Dreams
about
and
that.
nightmares.
Dreams and nightmares. There you go. I don't
That's
even know all the
that should
words to
be
that. I know
that should
some
be
of
the
them.
title. That should be the title of Meek Mill's life story these days: dreams and nightmares. Like, which we might talk about his ass. I'll see if I feel like going there.
But let's stop the pandering. And just FYI, Illinois, if you want to vote earlier than the 19th, you can.
Yeah, early voting is going on.
Because
Yeah,
I did early vote the other day. I did mine because
I haven't. Yeah, but
I was like the way that my Tuesdays are set up. Sometimes they're kind of hectic, so I'm like I'm gonna
no, I might
use some
maybe I'll early
option.
vote this week. I don't know. Like we'll see.
So my Tuesdays can get a little hectic. They can, but let's just stop that. So now it's two now, like you
And there were
said.
two. Yeah, this is like the rematch nobody wanted. Biden Trump part two without.
You can see the excitement in my face. You can see the excitement in my face about this.
Maybe that's why Tim Scott was hugging. He's trying to get Pence's spot because he wants to be vice president. Maybe that's why
He does need a running mate.
trying to be vice president.
He does need a vice president.
But I'm just saying I'm not fired up about this rematch. Yeah. Like I said, but shout out to the Nevada folks. They voted none of the above, and they probably.
You gotta respect them for that.
And
But the silver line I do stress is that no matter what the outcome is, it's like neither one of these men, like winner, like whoever wins, neither one of them can run ever again. So that's the positive. Is that neither one of them can run again.
thank God.
That's positive
Yeah.
that comes out of that. So whoever wins, but as we all know, and I'm not trying to get too well, I can go a little bit here, but people get too fixated on the president. It's like the president, you don't have any interaction really with the president at all.
President has nothing to do with your day to day life and shit.
Which are like really like let's
It's like the CEO at your job is like, yeah, they have nothing to do with you.
nothing to do with your
Your
immediate.
department and shit, basically, yeah. It's like your direct supervisor, that's the one that affects you, yeah, which is like your alderman. It's like, yeah,
Your alderman.
that's your direct supervisor. But like,
Yes,
yeah,
your alderman is who you
like
need
the
to be.
CEO instead of yeah,
How many people even know their alderman?
right. Yeah.
Do you even know who your alderman is? I know my alderman, but it's like you gotta know who to talk to. Like mom, like our mom, like when she was having issues with her, she knows like they know her by name.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
alderman knows her
Yeah,
by
she
name
issues
because
with trees and power lines. She got that shit
yeah,
handled, though, yeah, because of the alderman.
she'll just go up to his office and she's go right,
Right in his
and they know her name. They know her name. So that's who you need to talk to. Like you need to get in contact and know who your alderman or alderwoman is. You need to know who they are.
And on the and on the national level, yeah, a congressman is like, or a congress
Mhm.
person, yeah, whatever they call it.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, the representative basically, that's the one that directly affects. Is like,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think we're a District 1 now. It was 2 for years. Like I think it's 1 now. Yeah, they changed,
They
like
chopped it. Yeah, they changed it up.
they
Yeah,
they redraw the map. So I think we're in
they
District
do. Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah.
And then know who that person is. And then another one, like I said, like then you go up the chain. So then next, okay, the mayor is your city. If you need to go up above your
Yeah,
alderman, now
Brandon in this bitch.
you talk to you go to your city people.
Yeah, this city, yeah, like no, like yeah. Then you got the county, yeah. That's like Tony Preckwinkle, yeah, yeah,
Tony Preckwinkle goes to your county. The county.
yeah, yeah,
You guys talk to your
yeah.
county president. Then like I say, your state, if you
State
it's like you
reps,
go,
yeah.
oh,
Then the next is like state rep is like yeah, like Maurice Evans. I want to say like yeah, state reps is like the next level. It's like yeah, and then you get to the governor is like yeah, that's
governor.
CEO of the state, Pritzker, yeah, like yeah. Then you start getting into national politics, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But really, like your day to day is not affected. So when people get so pressed about this and that, it's like a president cannot just wave a wand and say, "We're going back to 1800. You guys are slaves," because people really thought that that was going to happen. Like that really
What's
just
saying that now? And should I heard
wait,
heard
wait.
somebody day before yesterday say that if Trump gets reelected, yeah, they're gonna put you.
Nobody,
You're gonna be back in chains. They're gonna put you
nobody can
in
enslave
chains.
me. It's 2024. Nobody can enslave me. Like they just can't.
It's fear mongering. All of that shit is like
It
yeah.
is. It's
It's
like
like it's basically trying to scare niggas to the pole and shit is what I call it. It's like you don't hear that with other communities. It's only black people they do that too. It's like yeah. It's like they're gonna put you in chains. Yeah, get out and vote. Yeah, like, yeah. See, I never hear immigrants talk about voting and shit like that.
let's stop doing the whole
I don't know their politics like that. Yeah, you never.
let's stop doing the whole because they too busy talking about making their money.
Yeah, all
Like,
talking about is
they care about they making their money.
I don't know Gary V's politics. Yeah, like I don't. You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know Remy Satie's policies. I don't know his. I don't know anything
I know
about. I know
Zosky.
I follow his thing. I'll teach you to
Zosky
be
sings.
rich.
I
I
don't
know
know
that.
his policies. Yeah,
I know that.
immigrants you never hear talk like they focusing on getting their paper and shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's paper over politics. That's a hashtag right there.
Paper over politics.
That might even be the name of this episode. Paper over politics.
What we've always said, the only color that they care about is green. The only color at the end of the day everybody care about is green. That's real talk.
Real talk. Yeah.
That's some honesty for your ass. Like you can talk all this and that. So and so is a racist. So and so is this and this and that. And da, 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 da. But when it comes to money,
Yeah.
you will
Are
see
we the
that
only? I guess other people do,
papers.
but I can speak as a black man. Yeah, from the South Side of Chicago. Like, black we like vote very. We one of the few groups that votes emotionally and shit, and not on policy. Is like who like vote your interests is what I like saying. Like yeah, like what are your
That's the
beliefs and
to
like
vote.
what candidate most aligns with those beliefs. Like, it's not about
I
like you said dabs and cookouts and ski and shit. Yeah.
and gym shoes. Trump.
Yeah,
We see it with the gym shoes, Trump.
just Trump sneakers. Yeah, I forgot. Which
He does.
Fat Joe caused some hell about because he had them and shit. So like, he MAGA now. What he said, no, he's just a collector and like there's a rare sneaker. That's why he got. But like
Yeah,
yeah, he did that on purpose. Like why
he
even
did that on
why
purpose.
post it? It's like my thing. It's like
I
you
posted.
could have just bought them and like put them in the vault and shit. Like yeah.
I put
I'm
them in
sure
your
it's like
box.
other rappers that got those sneakers. They just
Yeah,
didn't say nothing and shit. Yeah. Like, it's like because you're a collector, like yeah, you like collecting rare sneakers.
you
Yeah,
want to collect everything,
might as well
correct?
put it in the vault. Like you the one that do the unboxing and all of that shit. So of course you knew it was gonna cause some controversy. You did it on purpose, bro.
Exactly.
You all the way up. He was doing.
But I've always felt that with every election, what they should do is, like I said, because I've seen it before on something, but they should always do this where they just have drop down. They have like 20 questions and you just drop down It's
And
like
have like
yes or
yeah,
no.
like
And
basic
it's yes
questions
or
like yeah,
no.
what are your views on abortion? What are
It's
your
just
views
yes or
on
no.
guns? Right? Yeah, like have like different yeah.
It's just straightforward. It's not the well, I feel that it's like where you're okay,
Are you
raising taxes on
pro-abortion? Are you
people,
anti-abortion? Yeah, just have like you said, basic. Yeah. Are you,
raising taxes on people who make more than $300,000 a year. How do you feel about that? Raising raising sales, raising money so it can go to school districts. How you feel about that? It should just be certain topics like
are
abortion,
you for
what
more gun control or less gun
that's
control?
going yeah. Are you for legalizing marijuana or against legalizing marijuana?
Are you for you want tighter border security or less border security? Like have like all the questions, like yeah, just like yes or no questions like that.
Yes or no, just very easy to answer. And if it's something that you're not sure, just I don't know. They should have that as an
Have like three
opportunity.
options, like
Not sure.
unsure or undecided.
Unsure.
Yeah,
Because some stuff you are undecided. Some stuff you may literally be in the middle. Like you may feel like I don't know. Some stuff
yeah.
is it's okay to feel I don't know about, but
Especially if it's
have
something you
those.
don't know a lot about, like especially this foreign policy stuff is like
Mhm.
how do you yeah, like about like sending money to like
Palestine. Yeah.
Palestine and Ukraine, like all of this money you send it overseas. It's like you might be
Mhm.
undecided on all of that shit. It's like, yeah.
Mhm. But have about 20, maybe 25 questions that cover a lot of like topics that directly
And
affect
then when you
people.
hit on let it calculate and it says, okay, like this candidate most
This
aligned.
candidate aligns with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And it should show the percent. This candidate aligns with you
Have like
77%
yeah,
of
first
the
place,
yeah.
second place, like rank the candidates. Okay.
And it shows your percentage. Okay, this person is 78% you. This person is 45% you. This person is 30%. It should break
Rank
it down like that.
rank the candidates.
And then like, okay, who I align with.
Yeah.
Because that's the best way of doing it. Because then that way you take emotion completely. You make it just you make it just strictly statistical. You just make it about your
Yeah.
numbers.
You're not
Make it
voting
about your
because somebody had hot sauce in their bag and shit. You're not doing
numbers.
or played a fucking saxophone and shit on TV. It's like we're not. Yeah,
Somebody had Cardi B.
yeah.
Cardi.
Already,
Okay.
somebody was on Breakfast Club and said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black and shit." It's like, yeah, you're not voting for those candidates. You voting your interest. It's like,
You see the look I just gave with like that just
you notice that interview ended right after that. I know his fucking people were
they were
going,
like
ended, no, no.
his PR was going ape shit. That
It's
PR
like
was shitting bricks
it's
over
like
there. Like, they
they
was
look
like,
like
woo,
Beyonce when Kanye grabbed the mic from Taylor Swift. Yeah.
no, no, Kanye, no. She
You
no,
can blame
Kanye,
you can blame
no.
Kanye if you hate Taylor Swift, blame Kanye. He created her.
Or or
That's the
looking like
moment she
Mike
became famous, right there.
or looking like Mike Myers slash Chris Tucker with Kanye when George Bush doesn't care about black people. Cause like Mike Myers like, huh? And
And
then you
Chris
cut to
was like,
Chris Tucker like looking like a deer. Like,
which I think
that's
they
the
just caught the
funniest.
perfect shot of him. He probably was just looking at the monitor, and then I realized, like, yeah, did he really say that? That's what they, well, they caught that shot of him, right? They just wanted to get the camera off Kanye as quick as possible. So, like, and Chris
Because
Tucker
Mike
was
Myers
probably
was
the first
like,
person. Chris Tucker was
Mike
probably the
Myers
nearest.
get one of these.
Chris was like the nearest to the camera, says went to him. They say, but they probably the director probably okay, get the camera off Kanye. Like it don't matter who you go to, just get it off of him and shit. It's like, and they just went to Chris, like he wasn't ready. That's
His
what
eyes already big. He already has big eyes. So
I
like,
love to have been in that production truck and shit. Yeah, like when Kanye said that here, that director, get the fucking camera off Kanye. They were going nuts.
I love when they cut the cameras off of people like immediately.
Like
Like, they just pan
before he
away.
says something else, like get the camera off. He said, we said some other shit. Get
This
the
interview is over. Click.
exactly.
But they cut him off of me because that was just dumb. Like
Yeah,
that was just dumb. It's like who does that?
it's Kanye. He
I'm
just
talking
called
about Joe. I'm talking about Biden. Like who does
oh,
that?
yeah,
You're not
yeah,
black. You don't
Biden
vote for
too. Yeah.
me. Like
Well, who
who
does
says that?
besides Biden, Kanye?
Who says that? Who does that? Very,
You thought
very
it was a
odd.
mic drop too. You saw the look on his face. Yeah, you ain't black. He said that shit with his chest and shit.
Yeah, he might drop.
I want to see
No.
who's going to pander this year on the Breakfast Club. It was every election year somebody the Hillary Clinton did it in 16 with the fucking hot sauce in the bag. 2020 we had Biden with you ain't black and shit. I want to see what happens this year. I guess Kamala Harris is probably gonna have a moment. I'm waiting. Yeah, something's gonna
Oh,
happen.
you're gonna have on some Jordan ones.
Having some hats and shit. That's
So
fun.
let's stop with the foolishness. Let's stop with that. So, like I said, that's what I pose. Can somebody, like I said, I don't know how to code, but can somebody, if somebody knows how to code, can you create a whole thing where people can just, you know, my voice, myvotematters.com. Create a site like that, myvotematters.com. You create a whole thing and everybody can just put in and they can figure out who they vote for. And
Yeah.
people can actually make an informed, sensical
You vote on
vote.
the candidate that most aligns with your beliefs. Yeah, that's how you should vote. But most people vote on emotion. Is like, yeah, I don't like that motherfucker.
Are
So
we going are we going to forgive these student loans?
yeah, student loan
The
forgiveness.
student loans be forgiven. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because some people feel like, hey, no one told you to take out $200,000. And some people feel like, hey, should college be more affordable?
Yeah, it's like that's a mixed bag about the student loans because some people say, yeah, I owe like six figures in student loan, but then the other side is like, hey, like it's in the title, it says student loan. That means it must be paid back. It's not a student grant. It's like it's in the title, it says loan, literally. So that means it must be paid. So like you knew when you went in, like
But the
what
way these colleges like it's set up, it's like, man, it's like
college
six,
is overpriced anyway. Yeah.
$60,000 a year for 1 year now or something. 60 grand?
Which one?
60?
Which I'm glad that it is like a new push for like trade schools are making a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
It is like the new generation are deciding that hey like I don't have to go to college. It's like
It's
yeah,
options
like yeah. It was like the way we were raised, like back, yeah, like the extras slash older millennials is like, yeah,
back
our
in
generation,
our day.
like, yeah, you must go to college or you're going to end up homeless. Like that was the options, like college or homeless. That was the options, like the way we were
Put it
raised,
like this, if you graduated in the 90s, then
college or homeless. Like I said.
you had it rough if you
They
graduated in
were
the
like
90s.
such drama queens, like our parents. It's like you go to if you don't go to college, you're ending up on the street. It's like it's no middle ground. And
Like,
that was,
like
that
who
was,
ends up on the street if you did?
there's
And
no middle ground there.
that's when you throw it back at your boo. Well, you didn't go to college and you didn't end up on the street.
All right, yeah, you doing better than me, goddamn. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, and that's when yeah. Because
But
a lot of
we were
people,
the
my
first
parents didn't go to
generation.
college.
We were the first generations that had to go to college. It was before us. It was optional.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you
It was
wanted to.
optional.
Yeah. We the first generation, so you have to go and shit. It's like
You
so
have to go to college,
I was
and
turning back that other way. Like the younger generations is like is starting to get like I don't have to go. Like yeah, it's there if I want to, but
it's more
also
than
like
one way of doing things.
also this route is also that route is like yeah.
It's so many different ways of like becoming a successful law abiding whatever not a drain on society. Like you can become
Yeah,
a good you know what I mean, like you can become like a whatever. It's like so many roads to that,
yeah,
and college just isn't. And this is coming from a person. I went to a 4-year, I graduated, I have a bachelor's, but I'm not going to force college on people.
yeah.
I went to college, it may not be your route. It just may not.
And it's a different world now than from like how we came up. Like we have the internet now. It's like it's so many careers. Like yeah, just with that alone, it's like yeah,
Like I mentioned earlier, coding, like kids, like they learn coding, like my daughter knows how, like she's learning coding, like she already learned how to code.
fucking
She's
eight.
8. Like you learning coding, like you know how to do some
Right.
coding.
About to joke. I probably didn't even know how to turn on a computer when I was 8.
Like, but they so advanced on these kids because the way I see my kids working, they're electronic, like they were doing stuff. I'm like, oh, how you like Ari was showing me how she was filming something and then she was doing like different effects and adding filters and showing me how to. I'm like, okay, you can do, you know how to do all that.
I
Yeah,
think
you can add
Ari
this
was
effect.
it I think it was Ari. Yeah, she was playing around with GarageBand and shit like on I'm like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be a little beat maker. Okay. I was like probably 30, like 30 years old. I
30,
learned how to
yeah.
use garage band and shit like that. So
She
like
was playing with that. She was like making, yeah, she was like making
just
like
playing
little beats.
around with it is like because it comes free with the iPad. So yeah, like you could like technology is there. You could actually
She
make
was
beats
showing
with
me.
the
She was like,
iPad.
yeah,
Like,
you
yeah,
just
just playing on the garage band. I was like, okay, like I use garage band. Yeah. Like, I,
it's it's different though. It's different. So
that little beat maker, okay. Little Neptune, I see you.
and we gonna charge right. Ain't gonna
Little
get my baby. Ain't gonna
little
give her a crappy deal.
little Timberland, let's go. Let's go.
Little
Little
Missy.
little Swiss beats, let's go. Yeah. Little Kanye, let's go.
Displays.
Was playing around with the beats. I was like, okay.
Yeah. But let's focus more so on what matters to you. Stop being so damn emotional. Like I said, ultimately, like I said, the thing that, like, okay, maybe somebody, like, I get it. MAGA people are annoying. I get it. I get it. They're annoying. I get it. But people acting with the joke, like, they annoying too. Like, both people
I
are
was about to
annoying.
say if you're on the MAGA
Both
side,
people
then
are annoying.
find the other side annoying if you're on if
I said both people are annoying. So,
I always say that, yeah, every like especially people that vote emotionally, those are the most annoying voters to me, like the emotional voters. Like if you stick to the issues, like yeah, like I can ride with you then. It's like if you vote on
mhm.
emotional, like saying you ain't black and shit like that, I roll my eyes like those are the worst ones. Like yeah, the emotional voters and shit. Or like we're gonna end up in chains if Trump gets elected. That kind. You heard a lot of that in 2020 and shit. It's like,
Yeah, when Trump said the thing where he was like, when him and Biden were going at, he said, I'm the least racist person in the room.
that is
I'm the
Trump
what?
is
He said,
say what you want about Trump, but he's a funny
so
motherfucker.
in order to be the so in order to be the least racist, that means you have to be racist to begin with. So let's break it
Yeah,
down there.
I'm racist. I'm just not as racist
I'm
as
just not racist in a way.
that.
Let's
Not
break down that
that bad,
statement.
but
He thought he ate with that. That's what it was. Like that was his you ain't black moment because he thought he ate with that. Well, I'm the least racist person in the room. What? What? That would imply that you are racist. You're just not as racist as him. I don't want someone who's at least. I want someone who's not racist at all. That's what I want. I don't want.
That's like saying I'm the least ugliest. It means you're ugly. You're just not the other person. Instead of saying I'm handsome, it's saying I'm the least ugly.
I'm the least ugliest.
You're still ugly. You're just not as ugly as that motherfucker. Just
Oh my god. When you break down so this is who America has chosen. You ain't black or least
black
racist.
and least racist.
This is who we've chosen again.
This is it. This is this is America. It's like Donald Glover. This is
America.
take my shirt off. This is America. This is where we at now. But you saw what's the name like Charles Barkley on him and Gayle King. Did you see that? Just we talking about because
Okay, it
so
sounds
we
epic. I
talked
mean,
about the Trump sneakers and the Trump shirts. And then he like after the mug shot after it went viral, like Trump is the ultimate businessman. So of course he released the T-shirt right after that shit. It's like as I knew what was going to happen. I was like, that's going to be the hottest selling T-shirt in the country. It's like, yeah,
is Chris Jenner his manager? Because
yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds a little Chris Jennerish. Does it sound a little?
Trump was on reality TV. Yeah, so
That's a little Chris Jenner. So
Apprentice.
that's a Chris Jenner move right
What
there.
were any of the Kardashians ever on The Apprentice? Like I'm trying to think. It seems like Chloe would have been on
It seems
that
like
shit.
Chloe
Chloe would have got fired. It
I
feels
think
like
she was
Chloe
on
would
the
have got
show, so
fired.
like yeah, it might be a connection there. It
But it
might be
definitely feels very Chris Jennerish, where it's like, okay,
like
I'm
the
going to.
mugshot. Okay, I'm about to put that shit on a T-shirt. It's like yeah, it's now
Mhm. And
and
it's into
then
lemonade.
and of course like it's like certain segments of the hood embraced it. It's like yeah, it's like because like yeah, Trump been to jail, I've been to jail. It's like so yeah, you did. So then Charles Barkley wanted to say yeah, if I see a black person wearing a Trump bug shot shirt, I'm punching him in the face. He said it right, just like that. So then that made it go even more brown. Then a bunch of like I don't know if you saw like a bunch of cock diesel niggas in the shirt. It's like, yeah, come punch me, Chuck. It's like yeah, that just like a lot of those popped up.
Not even that about okay, so you, Charles, are an idiot for saying that, and I'm gonna use your words against you. You're an idiot. I'm gonna use your words against you because it's like you're a very rich man. So if you punch anybody in the face, you know you're gonna get sued.
That's why all the cats were wearing the shirt. It's like I don't even vote Trump, but I'll wear the shirt around Charles just to get punched in the face. I would do that shit. I would it on
We
the
know
hoodie.
that, okay. Like I said, like we watch basketball. We know that Chuck is a very big man because, like, next to Shaq, he looks regular next to Shaq. But if you look at Chuck in real life, he's a big fucking man.
What's
He
the
is
name?
a big fucking
Shaq
man.
probably was scared of being called MAGA, but I was waiting for like Shaq to wear this Trump shirt on inside the NBA the very next day. Like, hey, what's up? And then like not acknowledge it's like that. Yeah, hey, how you doing, Chuck? and then like doing this the whole time. Like, hey, what's up, Chuck? No, Shaq's big ass in the
Well, we know Shaq is a businessman, so Shaq, he knows how to keep
probably,
his money where
Shaq, Shaq
Shaq knows how to
he
get
probably
business.
he probably voted Trump. He just didn't talk about it.
Shaq is the king of
I remember a bit years ago and inside the NBA when I think it was when Trump first got
yeah,
elected.
16. It was, yeah.
Chuck was
Because
like
Ernie
Chuck was
said he
going
wrote
in.
in
He
the
wrote
Green
John
candidate.
Kasich. He wrote in
Yeah, he
Kasich.
wrote
Yeah,
in.
he wrote in and Chuck was like, I didn't vote for him. and like Kenny and Shaq were both like kind of like
They were
chuckling
like,
under their breath. So they
they were
might be
quiet.
mad. It's like,
They voted because it's
Chuck
like
was like, I didn't vote for that idiot. Like, Charles say he's like went in.
Charles is very, but Kenny and them, it's like Kenny and Shaq are, even though they're black men, you have to remember these are very rich black men,
Yeah, and
especially Shaq. Shaq is
Trump
super
was
rich.
on pro and Trump was like pro lower taxes and all
Pro
that.
lower taxes for rich people.
So, like, yeah. So they actually Shaq probably voted MAGA. It just didn't say
Like,
that.
why would a rich person not want to? What they're like, me give up my yacht? Of course not. I'm not. I want to buy another yacht this year. No. Let the middle class get the taxes. Let them carry the tax load. Because that's the one who gets screwed. Like once middle class people start voting their interests,
Yeah, because
getting
like I said, so
political,
idiots
most
don't
middle
people don't
class,
realize about these anything with the taxes. Like when the taxes go up, like the motherfuckers on top, they know the tax laws. So
they
like
know the tax
they know the
codes.
loopholes and all of that. So they're not gonna pay more. It's like Trump paid what $500 in like income tax for.
I'm smart
And
because
he's
I'm
like,
smart.
and didn't even do. He said, "Yeah, because I'm
I'm
smart."
smart. He
yeah,
said that.
he admitted to. He said, "Yes, because I'm smart." Like he didn't deny
But it's a
it.
lot of stuff.
And
It's
then
a
like the
lot of
people on the bottom, like the poor, like they don't pay any taxes or
very
little.
poor.
It's not going to affect you on the
They
bottom.
don't pay taxes, and then a lot of them get government assistance.
Yeah. So like yeah, so it's the middle that feels the
They
squeeze.
get screwed.
That's the one that feels the
So
squeeze.
when the middle starts voting their interests,
Mm.
that's what will happen. Start voting your interests. Stop getting so wrapped into the emotion. I don't like this. Stop getting into that.
Vote your interest. Yeah.
It's not going to affect it. Like I said, the ones on top are going to figure out, okay, so if I create this LLC and I do this and I do that and I do this and then I write this off and I write that off and I write that off and I write that off and I
Start a
have
business, yeah, like
this.
by buying property is like yeah, like they know how to like yeah, you get tax breaks for all of that kind of
You know
shit.
how it's a lot of codes. Like I said, I know a little bit. I know a little bit. I don't know a lot.
I know
That's not
enough,
my
but yeah,
profession.
I
I know
know
a little bit because of market. I know a little bit about how tax codes work, but it's like it's a lot in tax codes about how people can legally. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying do that
like
PVP shit.
Trump
Don't do that
he
shit.
legally paid
That's
$500 in
that's
income
not
tax.
what I'm saying. The
Yeah,
people doing these PPP scams and you
yeah.
got your ass caught up. That's not what I'm talking about. Or you doing the tax thing where you're claiming kids that ain't your like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that shit.
That's what's funny when
That's not
once
what I'm
again
talking about.
going back to Breakfast Club when about the Trump $500 income tax came out is like the Envy and Charlemagne both kind of said the same thing. Is like they were like so if, on one hand I was mad, on the other hand I was like, how do I pay $500? They trying to they were how I pay like
Well, we know how if we figured out how to do his
you don't pay
opinion.
you don't pay tax on scammed money and shit. Yeah, that's tax free and shit. Yeah, so yeah,
I'm sorry, I had to go there. I had to go there.
offshore accounts don't get charged taxes. I'm just
We know what he did. We know where Emmy's behind
Got
it.
accounts in the Cayman Islands or just yeah, Swiss bank accounts like those don't get charged taxes.
You got the account that Halle Berry was talking about as swordfish over these accounts evenly.
The,
You got
The
that account.
Gabriel, yeah, the Gabriel account.
Gave me your account. Oh shit.
So yeah, so there it is.
So vote your interest. That's the thing I just keep on stressing. I keep on like I'm not sure how many people are gonna listen, but you listen, be on top of that because we're going forward. It's 2024. Like soon you blink, it's going to be 2030. Then we in a whole another decade again. And we still just going to keep doing at what point is it like you keep doing the same thing but expecting different results? That's insanity.
Definition of insanity.
That's insanity. We're going to keep doing the same shit over and over and over, complain, and then the same shit happens. Complain, and then the same shit happens. Complain, and then the same
Enough is
shit
enough.
happens.
It's time for a change. I vote my interests. I have like certain issues that I care about, yeah, and that's how I vote. Yeah.
As do I.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to intentionally vote against stuff that's going to affect children.
Yeah.
Cutting things for programming for children, cutting where schools are not getting funding for certain programs. I'm not going to vote that because I have school-aged children.
Yeah.
I'm not going to intentionally vote that.
Me, I care about gun rates. I care about lower taxes and like this migrant shit. Like that's what I care about. It's like,
Lower taxes, yeah, let's do the lower taxes too. For me, I care about that.
and getting the migrant shit under control is like because it's
Yeah.
like the police stations are looking better than they did a few months
They
ago.
are. They are.
Getting that under control is
But
like
certain areas are starting to look a little bit like 87th and Dan Ryan, like by Home Depot, it's looking a little. When you go that way, it
that city, baby.
looks a little bit, like I'm just trying to run at Home Depot and grab something real quick. And it's like you see it's a little bit, you know,
You ever been to
but
Pedway recently downtown? You know, the Pedway is like it's kind of like the underground
yeah,
city.
yeah, yeah. With the metro, yeah, the
Yeah,
Pedway, yeah.
been in
Mhm.
the Pedway. Yeah, it's like it's Pedway is becoming like migrant way. It's like you see him, you starting to see him down there. They figured out this is an underground city that we got heat down here and shit.
I saw some people at Fort City Mall because Fort City is pretty much you could shoot a can through Fort City, it's empty. And I saw some people in the food court. They were like,
As is River Oaks.
especially Fort City, because that's right there, it's not too far from Midway. So it's like,
And the airport. Speaking of that, like
yeah.
especially O'Hare, like they were living in the terminals. Like O'Hare was like really messy. You haven't been there, like maybe they cleaned it up. Like like 6 months ago, like they were all over O'Hare.
When I went, it wasn't bad. Like from what I saw, because when I went in October, it wasn't.
Maybe
I
that
don't
was,
think it was that bad in October
maybe
because
they
I don't
started
remember.
cleaning it up by then or something.
Nothing stood out to me when but we were in a rush. We were running trying to make our plane. So maybe my blinders were on. But from what I remember, it wasn't, it didn't seem bad.
But like those are my issues. Like so, that's what I want. Yeah. So
Yeah, lowering the taxes, definitely stuff with the children.
yeah.
Also like my big, yeah. Anything with my kids, it's like, yep.
And yeah.
And not try to disassemble unions. Like don't like, I mean,
Are you pro union? That's what you
you're
are.
part of a union. Come on. Say you're part of a union. Why would you vote against that? Make it make sense, Make it make sense. But
Want to shift gears now?
yes, Oz and Naima had to get a little political. We
Oh
had to
yeah,
touch the party stuff.
definitely. Yeah, it's an election year, so yeah, it makes
Unfortunately, it's an election year.
yeah.
See my
Unfortunately, you
excitement.
said perfectly. You said it right. Unfortunately, it's an election
See
year.
my excitement.
What do you think about since we touched on it, Meek Mill and the Diddy like the story that's out there? It's like
Now give me the full story because like I got little snippets because like I've been kind of offline like these last couple of days. I've been kind of off on things or whatever. So I haven't really been. in the loop so much. I mean, it's the Diddy stuff is just never ended. Every day it feels like it's a different video about Diddy up about questionable like videos that resurfaced from many years ago, and then he says or does something questionable with it. You're like,
I'm looking at according to Double XL magazine is what I'm looking at right now. It's
wait,
like
what?
Diddy is like almost like he's they saying he's like black Jeffrey Epstein. It's like that's what I'm getting out of this now is like yeah that he was running like sex circles and all of that shit is and basically Meek Mill is like one of the names like they didn't say him by name but they heavily alluded to it, yeah, about popular rapper from Philadelphia. It was like heavily like it implied that it was Meek Mill. It's like he's like denied it and all of that, but it's been heavily applied that he and Diddy and Meek Mill had sexual relations. It's like so now everybody's saying Meek is gay and all of that shit. It's like and like and you know how it is. The more you deny the shit, the guiltier you look. And like instead of just
Hey, what the shit?
shutting the
What
fuck
the
up
shit?
like Meek, somebody needs to take Meek's phone from him because he's just been all over social media like denying this shit. You know, it's like it don't look good for the homie. That's why I said dreams and nightmares is like this is the story of his life now. And shit is like his anthem now. And shit is like that's his life
Just do like
story.
just do like Janet Jackson at the end of that movie of for Colored Girls, where she said, where Ghost says to her, well, he not Ghost. Well, I forgot what his
He
name was in
always
the
be
movie.
Ghost, man.
Ghost. Yeah, Ghost
I
said to
know the
her,
actor's name.
he was like, he was like, ain't nobody bending me over. So you doing the bending? And when she said that you doing the bending, when Janet Jackson said that to him. So just do like how Janet Jackson did at the end of that movie. If you guys haven't watched it, watch For Colored Girls. Watch that movie. Or if you can, if you want to watch it. It was a mess, but if you want to watch it, watch it. But what she said to him at the end of the movie.
A sexual harassment assault lawsuit was filed against him by a former collaborator, Rodney Jones. Like 73 pages is this thing. Like obviously I'm not reading all of that shit. It's like, but it's a 73 page like that was filed in court against Diddy. So
Oh my gosh.
like I said, Meek Mill was heavily implied in this shit. Yeah, Usher was mentioned in this shit too. And
And I saw
here's what they said about Meek. How like was implied said he's a rapper from Philadelphia who once dated Nicki Minaj. Who else
well,
is that?
that's the smoking gun.
That's why
Kind
I
of
was
like
trying to
rapper from
find the exact line. I was like, let me find it. It's
I'm
like,
like rapper from Philadelphia. Okay, that could be Philly's Most Wanted. That could be The
he's just like,
Roots.
yeah. It's like
That could be The Roots. That could be who else is from Philly?
Will Smith. Well, that would be hilarious. You
He already has his own issues, but
don't need alopecia.
he don't need nothing compiled on top of what he already has going on.
But that's last let me read the exact line. Said
Well, Nicki that's
rapper
the
that
smoking
once
gun. He was
dated
dating
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj.
Even though they didn't say Meek's name, it's like we all know who the fuck you talking about. It's like unless it's another rapper from Philly that dated her that I don't know about it.
And the thing that I saw about with the with Usher, I see like the cringe, the very cringe video. It was like a video from years and years and years ago where Kevin Hart is interviewing, and it seems like Diddy might be a little bit drunk. He seems a little drunk in the video because he
I know
seems
the
like
video you're talking about.
he's like kind of all he seems drunk in the video. But when he's talking about yeah, like I was like Usher's slightly older brother. Nigga, you like 10 years older than him. You're not slightly older than him. Usher's like my age.
Yeah. So if you were
Usher's
hanging
like
out,
my age.
it's highly inappropriate if you were hanging out with Usher back then. It's like
Right. Usher is my age group. Usher is like 3 years older than
like
me. He's my
now it's different. Yeah, we all grown and shit, but
we're
like
all peers
you weren't
now,
hanging
but
with Usher when he was a kid and shit, and you were like 25 or whatever.
he was like, yeah, we be fighting over the cereal, whatever he says something. And then Kevin Hart says, what the fuck was that? Like people think Kevin Hart's not funny, but that was funny because he just like because he was just interviewing regular and then
it caught him off guard and shit. Yeah,
even he got caught girl. He was like, "What the fuck
this
was
is
that?"
probably
Like,
Kevin. It's like Kevin was probably new to Hollywood at the time, so he didn't know the code yet. Then like now, like yeah, Kevin is probably in on that kind of shit now. It's like, but back then
it
he
legit shocked him because of the way he just
wasn't
said
ready.
it.
Yeah.
Because it was just very cringe. It's like Yeah, we be fighting. We would basically be fighting over the cereal. Why are you a 25-year-old man fighting with a 15-year-old kid over some cereal? What the hell is going? What is going on?
Yeah.
That's not appropriate. Like watch that video. Like I felt so cringe watching that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awkward. And
I
then
always
another video
thought I can admit, like I've said this, and
awkward.
I've been called a hater over the years, but now, like once again, I'm proven right. Is like, always Diddy always seemed kind of zesty to me, like always. Like I used to say, "Oh, you just hating." It's like, yeah, like because
He said,
he got money and you don't, and all of that shit is like,
okay, he dated Jennifer Lopez. He's not gay.
Kimbo and Kim Porter and shit.
He had bad bitches. So okay,
Actually, yeah, like some of the
that's
baddest bitches on the planet. Is like, yeah, it's like, but I always thought he was kind of zesty to me. It's like that's
even Misa, his first baby mom. Even Misa was bad. Yeah, Misa's bad.
yeah.
But no though, it's like when he said when it did for me when he said I preserve my sexy when he
Yeah, that shit. I preserve
when he said preserve my
except for
sexy, I
the
was
fake
like,
shit he was doing, whatever. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I preserved my sexy. He sounded
it's
zesty.
nothing wrong with men having a good skincare because you got as you get older, you do gotta take
Well,
care of your
you don't
skin.
hear me saying I'm preserved my
But
sexy.
preserve your sexy that was a bit I was like, okay, that was a bit I mean it's fine to care about your skin and your hygiene and all that. That's fine. But when he said preserve my sexy,
I think a lot of that kind of that shit goes on in Hollywood, as they say. It's like, which is
that's
why I
different.
never like. I always had a ceiling like with like
You never cracked through.
how far I was gonna go and shit.
That's the reason why Oz and Naima haven't cracked through. It's the reason
Always
why.
had a ceiling, like yeah, it's because it's certain shit I'm not doing. Like some people do anything for money and shit.
No,
I'm not
no.
one of them. Like if something's against my values and my beliefs, and like yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, some people
Me
do
neither.
anything for money. It's like I got into it with like
Money
one of my homies. I won't name him now because I don't
for
because
the love of money.
exactly I don't want to be messy. But like one of my homies, somebody wearing the dress in Hollywood, like he's like, yeah, and like y'all crazy. I'll put it for 5 million. You wouldn't put on the dresses, and I was like, some of us won't do anything for money because where does it end? Where because like you put the dress on, like what else we do? We wear the dress with no panties. If you have no panties on, like well you bend over, like yeah, where does it end? It's like
Here's the thing with the whole dress thing about I mean, it's not about wearing a dress, but my thing is, I think that comedy is just a little bit, it's a little dated and it's a little bit old and
it's
stale.
not
I think
funny.
it's other ways to get a laugh than like putting on a dress. Because like most of the time when men put on a dress, they do women in a very stereotypical way. Especially if you're a black man, you're always doing a woman as like you're doing a woman as Shanae or Rashabusha.
Yeah,
That's how you like a black woman is perceived as being loud, ghetto, that's how we're perceived as. And it's like you don't have to
yeah,
like the black woman is never like with a guy like she's never perceived as like she's not gonna be Diane Carroll from Dynasty. She's
yeah,
not gonna be a bougie. She's not gonna be that. She's gonna be a loud ghetto, sometimes overweight.
right.
It's gonna be that. That's what it's gonna be. So I think that it's just other ways to get a laugh. That's what I think. But oh, another cringe video, I don't know if you saw where they had the game and he was talking about it was like it's just a lot of just weird videos are just coming out now about like this Diddy stuff.
Hollywood, baby.
It's like the game was on some podcast. I can't remember. Was it
What's it, the
uh,
Joe Button? I don't
Joe
know.
Budden? It may have been Joe Budden's, I think.
Yeah.
And they showed the clip, and he was talking about how before he had the deal, like he was just hanging out with Diddy for like 2 years. And he said Diddy was taking him shopping. What man takes another man shopping?
You wonder why 50 Cent is roasting both of them cats.
Yeah, like she said,
Diddy and he and the game, he be roasting both of them
like
cats.
she said in Bridesmaid, what woman takes another woman on a trip? Like she said in Bridesmaid.
Kristen Wiig,
What man takes
yeah.
another man shopping?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if a guy said, "Yeah, let's go on Michigan Avenue. You can go in the Gucci shop. You can go wherever you want, Gucci. You can buy like what?
Only place I'm going is home without your bitch ass too.
50,000 on me. I'm gonna buy you this Rolex. What? Get you this Audemars Piguet watch. Like what? What guy is buying another guy?
Your bitch ass.
It sounds like you guys are dating. That's what it sounds like. If somebody is spending money on you and taking you shopping. That sounds like you're dating somebody. I'm not an expert on stuff, but I think that that sounds like dating to me.
But like I said, some people do anything for money. That's what it's like.
But
Yeah.
but even the podcast host said that he never answered the question. He was like, "What the fuck were you doing for 2 years?" So he asked him, and he never answered the question. That's what makes it like
Mm.
you didn't answer the question. He's like, because the host did ask, "What were you doing for 2 years?"
I'm
Y'all were just
surprised.
hanging out
I
for two
wonder if
years.
50 posted that clip on his page. It's like, because 50 been roasting the shit out of Diddy like the last like 6 months or whatever.
Was
So,
50, because this old video of 50 came up with him talking about that because 50 said he tried it with him. That Diddy tried to take him out and go shopping. And 50 said, nah. 50 was like, nah, I ain't going.
I ain't
He was
going for
like, I
that
ain't
shit.
let no man buy me. He's like, yeah, you could go shop. It's on me. 50 was like, no. He said, no, it's not on you. No. He said, I left. Like, I ain't, no.
Yikes. But he was always kind of zesty to me. It's like, so
50 is a petty cancer.
now I
So
feel justified that yeah, with all the, it was like you thought I was accused of just being a hater. It's like, no, like yeah, you don't see what I see. Like maybe my eyes, like I just
you
yeah.
got the third eye.
Yeah,
The
you
third
don't see what I'm
eye.
seeing. Like that nigga don't seem zesty to you. Come on. It's like I can't be the only one that sees this shit. It's like
Deserve my sexy always. And then he had Farnsworth Bentley.
yeah, Bentley is like, yeah, come on.
That's the Will Smith meme with Jada.
Another dude that seems extremely zesty. Bentley is like, yeah.
The Will Smith meme with Jada. You know,
Yeah.
the Farnsworth Bentley. Just and then I saw another. I've just been seeing. I don't know what's going on, but I've just been seeing all these videos about days just come up
And
lately.
he and Mace, they seem like, yeah. I'm just thinking about
Fred,
all of it now and shit.
Fred, you in the Fred, bro.
I went to Red Fred Sanford and shit.
No, but I saw a video with Farnsworth Bentley where he said how he met Diddy, and then he said that Diddy said to him, "How I get up under the umbrella with you or something." He said, "Wait, I was like,
I
time
didn't
out."
see that one and shit. Yeah.
I just want everything.
I have to see this video. I'm gonna find it. Yeah.
It's like when I was on YouTube, it comes, you know how your little shorts come up and it suggests shorts for you to watch. And
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bentley in a while, so let me see what he's talking about. And I clicked on it. He said, Diddy was like, "How I get up under there with you." Like, wait, time out.
You say it like
Wait,
that too, like how you just said it. You say it like
yeah, did he say it like that? Like, what is going on? What is going on?
you saying
But
he
I
always
be getting a lot of those in my like when I've just been watching my regular stuff on YouTube, my regular finance channels I follow, and then those little shorts pop up. There's a lot of shorts about Diddy that are just popping up.
yeah, they starting to call him the Black Epstein. It's like that's what he's starting to become online. It's like I can see that. It's like,
And then people put in the comment, they like surviving Diddy gonna be off the chain. Surviving Diddy.
that song is different now to Diddy and R. Kelly. Yo, the one they just dun 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 dun. They say you can love you better. That is different now.
They might be performing that together from
Like the Blues Brothers when they did the Jailhouse Rock at the end of the blues.
they might be performing together from yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Superhead said this years ago too, and people thought that she was being messy.
See, it's been out there
Superhead,
in plain sight.
Superhead said this years ago.
It's been in plain sight. This shit is like people just ignored it and called me a hater and shit like that. It's been in plain sight. Yeah.
And they say when you stop making hits, that's when it comes down on you because he hasn't made a hit in years. He hasn't made a hit in years. So when you stop making good music,
put an S in front of that, and that's what you got now. Put an S in front of hit. That's what
when you
Diddy.
stop making hits, that's what happened. R. Kelly stopped making hits. That's
Exactly.
what happened. R. Kelly's been on it since little cute Aaliyah had that vibe in '91.
Yep. 30 something years ago. Yeah, he was on there. Yeah.
Little cute Aaliyah has the vibe.
It's on there. Look it up. Little
Yes.
Aaliyah got that vibe.
90, 91, 92, 92,
91. 91.
91. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look it up. Vibe, yeah.
So in 91, she would have been 12.
Yes.
She was 2 years older than me. So she would have been 12 in
12-year-old girl got
1990.
that vibe and shit, yeah.
Yeah, 12-year-old.
I'm just saying, yeah.
who looked 12. Like, I mean, I know some people like, well, she didn't look, she looked 19. And people still try to be a creep. That's how you can tell someone's a creep. Look at her. She got ass and tits. She's still a
Well,
child. Stop
I think
looking at children.
I won't say everybody. I think there's a lot of dudes that would actually like would actually go hey, if they weren't scared of getting caught, they would actually do shit like that. Where they make
Yeah.
comments like that and shit, yeah. It's
A
like
damn creep. That's
you
who I
probably,
watch out
you
for.
probably would hook up with them.
When you make damn creepy statements like that, I don't want to associate with you.
You
I just
probably would
don't.
actually hook up
I
with them.
have a daughter, so I mean I don't want to associate with you. You're a damn creep.
Like, yeah, just a few years away from being 12. Yeah, so yeah, you have a
Yeah.
daughter that'll be that age in a few years. So.
And I don't want my husband to go to jail. So I mean, because if you try over here, that's all I'm saying. You try over here. That's all I'm saying.
I'll help hide. I'll help hide the money.
You try over here. You ain't.
I'll be the cleanup man. I'll get rid of the body.
We didn't say that.
I'm talking about cleaning up the house. Yeah. You know, get rid of the body, like yeah, like cause like trying to get in shape, like my summer body, right? That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Help get rid of the body and shit. Or something about wrestling, getting rid of Jesse Ventura, get rid of the body.
Should have ran for president. We needed Jesse the body to run.
The body.
Should have ran.
Clean up America with the body.
I think he was the governor of Minnesota. I think he did. I don't know much about Minnesota, but didn't he do okay? I think
He won as an independent. Like that's what's wild. It's like
he did okay.
he beat the Republican and the Democratic candidate. So he won Minnesota as a fucking independent. So that tells you how popular he was. That he ran
So
against
they
both
should.
parties and
So
won.
we need to let somebody like him,
Mm.
or we could let The Rock.
Yeah, well, he's back in WWE now these days, getting ready for WrestleMania 40, baby. April 6th and 7th in Philadelphia. Ties all together. See, back on Philly. We ain't new at this. Ties together. So maybe I'll be in Philly and I won't be hanging out with Meek Mills.
On that note, I can't with you.
Wrap this shit up. Yeah. Not another damn podcast. Episode 353. God damn it.
Yes, 3.
Definitely, we appreciate you supporting what we do. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tosh?
Hey.
YouTube, and your Amazon Alexa devices. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how I goes down. Yeah.
And you can check me at MSIMA626 on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Also, SER8GLLEY1 on Twitter, SER8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
And I said Twitter instead of X, but you know what the
I
hell.
said Twitter too. We're old. It's like the Sears Tower. The Sears Tower.
Yeah, making this shit difficult. Yeah, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
Talk to you later.